gonna have to do a 10K later. But like 4 a.m. brain, it's just a mess. It's a straight mess. Project Death is finally following its name. Hey guys, I'm Kate. Welcome back to my channel. And tomorrow I'm going to be attempting to write like Haruki Murakami, which means that actually I'm supposed to already be in bed asleep by now. Haruki goes to bed at 9 because he gets up at 4 in the morning. Which means that I'm gonna have to tell you about what all of this entails tomorrow, because if I don't get to sleep now, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. So I'm gonna set my alarm for 4:04 a.m. and hope that I wake up, in 6 hours and 45 minutes to write like Haruki. My hair's wet. This already feels like a bad idea. Alright, with that being said, good night. 4 a.m. sucks. I don't even get up this early to like go to the airport. Ugh. This is not what I want to do. Okay. So here's the thing. I worked myself into a dead end yesterday in my Camp NaNoWriMo story. It was an accident, obviously. And now I've just been staring at the screen because I don't know what to do. I also went and brushed my teeth, so it's 4:12 now. Woohoo, but like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Also, I'm very tired. Should I just turn on the light? See if I can make this better. Ugh. I still don't know what to do. So literally all the resources I can find on Haruki Murakami quotes one interview specifically, and also that he feels the repetition of it is the important part. And now obviously I'm just doing the routine for a day, so the repetition aspect, the part that he thinks is most important, I won't exactly be touching on, mostly because I cannot do this every day, but I'll just show you. So the interview was actually from 2004. When I'm in writing mode for a novel, I get up at 4 a.m. and work for 5 to 6 hours. In the afternoon, I run for 10 kilometers or swim for 1,500 meters or do both. Then I read a bit and listen to some music. I go to bed at 9 p.m. I keep to this routine every day without variation. Repetition itself becomes the important thing. It's a form of mesmerism. I mesmerize myself to reach a deeper state of mind. But to hold to such repetition for so long, 6 months to a year, requires a good amount of mental and physical strength. In that sense, writing a long novel is like survival training. Physical strength is as necessary as artistic sensitivity. Right, so I got something in my eye, probably because it's 4 a.m. I'm not meant to be up this early. I haven't even made my bed yet. The other thing about Haruki Murakami is that English is his second language. Actually, it might be his third or fourth. I don't know. But it wasn't his first language. And he's also been quoted as saying that he purposely gives his speeches in English most of the time, and he does them very slowly. So rather than using a translator, he prefers to read and perform his own scripts because he thinks that makes it much more to the point, which I found interesting. And maybe this will inspire me to get back into Duolingo. I have been slacking. Ugh, what am I gonna do? I don't know. Oh my gosh, okay. So I just started a new scene instead. I got 140 words. I put in something down here where I was like, what even am I supposed to do with this? The funny thing is that even though I'm writing the scene now, this is a scene I had in mind for what I thought was a little bit later in the book. I think it's gonna fit now in the grand scheme of things, but this was not my intention. Let's say yesterday when I was sat at my keyboard and I was like, I have messed up somehow. I wasn't intending to hop over here, but like 4 a.m. brain has come up with a possible solution, I guess. Which is just keep moving forward. That's the Haruki Murakami method in action for you. Just one step in front of the other. I don't know, you guys. Okay. 4:30. You know what? I'm not using this screen. I'm gonna go do this same thing, but I'm gonna lay in bed. This is a dangerous game I'm playing, but I'm willing to play it. Oh my gosh. So much better. I think I almost fell asleep. I pulled my blanket all the way up and I was just sitting like this. I'm so certain, even with all the lights on and my computer's still on me, I could do it. It is 4:48. I've gotten 604 words. I'm trying to get all my words in the Camp NaNoWriMo story done and then some, because this was just his, I think this was still kind of like his first draft sort of method. I'm not positive, honestly, so I'm just gonna attempt to get each of my projects done in the order that they're done, kind of Stephen King-esque, with no distractions and just the 6 hours from 4 to 10 focused. And it's not even 5 yet. Oh my gosh. Everything is so much better now. It's now 5:40. Look, I can put my little rainbow banner in the background. It's 5:40. I put in my contacts, I got my coffee, I changed into another kind of pajama, I guess. The way I do things, everything could be pajamas. And I have 808 words, or really I got 787 words, because technically that's what the new scene is. And this other one, you know, I ended off with a note because I couldn't figure stuff out. So let's say I have 787 words. That's not awful. In fact, it's okay. I will say, real quick, let me just show you something. Bye, the prince left doofully. I don't know what word I was going for there. I spelled it doofully first, D-U-E fully, and then D-O-fully. I don't know. It wasn't like dutiful. What word? What word? I don't know. This was before the coffee, before I put on my contacts. I was up to here and I thought doofully was a word. I still do not know what I was going for. That's what happens when you get up at 4 a.m. Haruki, I'm just saying, this 5:40 seems much more reasonable. I am, however, gonna stay in bed, finish my words, and drink my coffee because I'm still a little bit cold, which means I'm still a little bit tired. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so I am realizing, big sigh. So because I skipped forward a scene on the timeline, or multiple scenes on the timeline, I really don't know. Seams? Did I say seams? It's so early. Because I skipped forward multiple scenes on the timeline when I was trying to figure my way out of stuff, I actually don't know the scene that I need right now to bridge the gap between Oh, my words. They're so hard. No wonder I came up with doofully. I can't talk either. Okay. I need the words to bridge the gap between the scene I just wrote and this next scene. So that being said, I do actually know the next scene. I was setting up for it when I was confused and when I'd backed myself into the dead end. So I know I need to get over here because we need to have a very lavish funeral of sorts for the person that the armorer tricked into death, because that's the whole thing, right? Okay, so my main character can kill, like, stab you in the neck kill. No one else can kill like that without dying themselves. That's the whole point of this Project Death world. But there have been ways that people have tried to trick death before, i.e. not giving their child a name in which the god of death does come and take the baby, or kind of using exclusively nicknames. That's not allowed either. The god of death will punish you. Like, there's a whole tricky system. I think it works. I think it makes sense. So these other people, though, have, rather than focusing on the naming aspect, they focus on the death, because accidents can happen. So how can I trick someone into dying without it coming back on me? So that's what these people do. The house. That's what I'm calling these people that are both home to the assassins and also this kind of transient home for some of the poor people in the area. It's a tricky thing, right? So these people that are doing good but also maybe bad but also really good, and also the capital, which is really doing a whole lot of not good when they should be doing good. Anyways, the fancy guy that the armorer tricked into death needs to have his fancy ass funeral, so I gotta write that scene. I'm excited because there's several things that I know are going to happen in this scene, but there are also several things that I think my brain's just gonna be like, this was a good idea, go with it. So that's where I'm at now. I'm just gonna skip that one scene and hope it all works out in chapter 8. Yikes. Okay, after I went on that whole tirade about my dumb story, yeah, I don't know if it was the rage that fueled me or the coffee, but now I'm hot. So I'm officially up and ready and at my desk. Nah shit, we're killing someone else. Project Death is finally following its name. I've killed... How many people have I killed? I've killed a lot of people. Not like a lot. Like I didn't go on, like there was no big battle scene. Like not a lot of deaths, but like a lot of individual deaths are happening. That's, I guess, you know, when you're writing a book about like kind of assassins, rogue assassins, even if you think about it, there's just gonna be death. I finished my coffee. It's 6:20. Usually I'm happy if I have woken up and gotten out of bed at this time. My alarm's usually set for 6:30, but no, 6:20, 2 hours of the Haruki Murakami method. And I have about 1,500 words, a little under 1,500 words again because I put some notes places and I don't want to count those words because they will eventually be erased. I want to finish this scene that I'm working on right now. Can you see that I have the Jonas Brothers new music video up in the background? Okay, finish the scene. Goal number 1. I still have 3.5 hours of writing today, mostly focused, minus the Jonas Brothers music video. So I'll be moving on to a new project soon, which I'm excited for. That is something that the Stephen King method I just cannot do. And as far as I can tell, I don't actually... Haruki didn't seem like that was as necessary. Now again, I have not read what I talk about when I talk about running, because while some people have said that it is mostly an ode to running with some writing method mixed in, and I do want to read it, I haven't yet, and I don't know that it actually like bullet point lists it out. So I'm trying to infuse my own personal need for working on multiple projects, and with the Haruki method, I think that's okay. I think it's fine. Once again though, the attempting to be distraction free is really the hardest part, and again, a huge wake-up call in the fact that although I think I'm often distraction free, I'm not really distraction free. And I'd love if I had a breakdown of how much time I spend writing versus how much time I'm actually distraction free. That would be fascinating, because what I think I often do when I have these dual monitors is I do have something up. And I think whenever there's a lull in this, I turn to that. Now I've had this up since I turned my monitor back on and I haven't watched it yet. I was trying to wait to reward myself. It's just little bribery that I think tricks myself into thinking it's okay and not a distraction then, but whatever, I'm still gonna do it. Okay. But like I said, just about 1,500 words. Look at this. Focus. Come on. 20,000 words! I passed 20,000 words in the story. How exciting. And now, for the record, I don't know that I could actually count it like this because I have all those notes in there, but my 20,000th word is sits. So that's cool. It's now 6:43. I've written 1,731 words-ish. I'm not done with this scene. It's taking me longer than I thought. And I'm losing motivation in this scene. That's really the problem. I've lost the motivation. So I think I'm just gonna go update my word count in NaNoWriMo. I've changed my mind about everything now. Let's see. This note was 12 words. And this note, 1698. Am I doing this math right? I don't even know. It means I've written 5,650 words. Update. I'm still in this. Oh look, I think I've moved on to the 25% area. Getting close, guys. And I'm just a little bit above for the day. Oh, look at my cabin trucking along. Yeah. Oh, at this rate, I will finish on April 23rd. I'm getting there, you guys. Ah. If I really think about the Haruki Murakami method, it's basically just like get up at 4 a.m., work straight for 6 hours, which is tough in itself, especially when it's in a creative endeavor. I find that every time when it's creative stuff, it's like your mind only works for so long. Stephen King's, I feel like, was the same kind of thing where it's only like 2,000, 3,000 words if you did it the way I did it, which is wrong. Everyone in the comments told me it was 2,000 words. He even said it took him all morning, usually maybe till the afternoon a little bit, but not too much later than that. That's 5 hours. Haruki's saying 5 to 6 hours. Like, it's just too hard to keep your attention span going so focused like that, especially with creative stuff. It's 6:52, it's almost 7. That still means that I have 3 more hours of dedicated focus, which I don't know if I genuinely have that in me. I am switching projects now because, and I am gonna go ahead and watch the music video. So, oh my gosh, I'm already tired. And not the kind of tired I was talking about before where I wanted to sleep. No, this is just like, maybe it's both. That's actually the problem. It's both. That's nice, right? So happy to have natural light now. So this is a project that I have, that I worked on in a crazy mad dash of something. I wrote a story in 3 weeks, basically. It was insane. It's a murder mystery. I call it Murder Mystery Tennessee right now because it takes place in Tennessee. It's like a PI type story, you know, like an accidental PI. I am in the middle of revising it. Now the thing about writing a story so quickly that you might realize is that the end product, I don't want to say it's worse than a zero draft. It was a full-on zero draft. It was just a zero draft that took 3 weeks instead of like a month and a half to 2 months for whatever reason. Still inexplicable, whatever. That does mean that I'm having to work extra to make it into a first draft. Yes. So that's what I'm doing. It's like part revising, part filling in a shit ton of scenes, part piecing together things. So it's like, I'm saying filling in scenes, but it's more like bridging all those gaps, which is what I always have in my writing. Obviously, I've talked about that twice today. So let's see, I've already added 4,000 words on top of the draft I had last time, and I'm only on chapter 8 out of 22. So I imagine I will keep increasing the word count. I'm still procrastinating, obviously. Now is the time that I need to face the blank page and get to fixing stuff. So let's do it. Okay, I'm still not done with chapter 8 on this one yet. I think that's gonna be my goal for the day on this project, is get done with chapter 8, but I need food. I'm so hungry. Now, like last time, I'm going to attempt to eat my sandwich and drink my juice. I know it's only like 19% juice or whatever, so it's not like it's great for you or anything, but it's like my soda, which maybe you shouldn't have soda at breakfast, but like, whatever. This is what I'm doing. Look at that, only an hour and 53 minutes now. Hour and 53. I have one last scene. It's 919 words. We're gonna see what I end up making it. And for the grand reveal, 1,053 words now. I think that means I added like, is that 150 words? I don't quite remember. I'll go back over this after. But you can see that if I'm doing that for every scene, how much it tends to add up. Also, I had so many tense problems in this story, which I'm now remembering. I could watch that old video when I talked about this. But I remember I wasn't sure if I wanted it in present tense or past tense, and so what happened is it's just a mess. It's a straight mess. All of the places where I was like alternating the scenes, and it's like, you know what, this one feels like a present tense scene and this one feels like a past tense scene. Present me is like, what the heck was past me doing? Pick one and stick with it. Oh no, I did settle on past tense, so I'm hoping that eventually I stopped doing that, but who knows? Who knows? Well, chapter 8 is done, so I guess I could turn this light off. Okay. File, save, X out of that. It is only 8:45. Oh my gosh. I'm actually really excited with how much work I've gotten done at this point. It feels crazy to have completed revising a chapter and to have written over 1,500 words. Like, those two things all before 9 a.m. That's awesome, especially given the amount that I feel like I've actually kind of struggled with both of these, and given how stuck I was yesterday in the Camp NaNoWriMo story. Oh, this is great. I'm still tired though. 1 hour and 3 minutes left. I gotta say, I'm so not in it anymore. Get up at 4 a.m. and work for 5 to 6 hours. So again, this is a quote from the Paris Review back in 2004. Can I call it? Is that lame? I'm gonna have to do a 10K later. So like when Haruki Murakami has the book, What I Talk About When I Talk About Running, I think he is often quoted as saying that he gets into like a meditative state with running. I don't know that I've ever personally found that, but I've had a lot of great story ideas worked through while running, trying to avoid remembering that I'm running. It's great. So I think I might actually come up with something that I can use later. That being said, I've really talked myself into just calling it for now. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I might actually go to bed. I might go back to sleep. I think I might actually do that. But I do not have the luxury of not writing more today because I do need to get some of the aforementioned essays and articles done. So I'll do that this afternoon after a nap and a 10K. Yay! It's now officially afternoon and it is time for my run, so I'm going to get ready. All right, I got my running / walking gear on. I am going to listen to my audiobook while I'm running, so I'm going to achieve 2 parts of the Haruki Murakami method in one, hopefully, maybe, we'll see. And I'm actually going to do it for the full 10K. I'll just walk parts if I have to, so I'm really excited to get out and get moving. Yay! Let's go. Also, look at how cute my socks are. Here you go. All right, so I am back from my 10-kilometer run. I walked most of it. That end where I was just like, was when I was walking after running. I was so tired. I've taken a shower. I've listened more to my audiobook. I am almost done. I only have like an hour left. I did not get any like magnificent ideas for my stories on this time, probably because I was listening to an audiobook. To be fair, I was invested, but I've gotten great ideas while reading before, so you never know. I am going to be reading more tonight, and I will be going to bed at 9 because I'm so tired still, you guys. Oh my gosh. I have had more caffeine and I'm still tired. So 9 p.m. Haruki, that sounds great. Now, ultimately, I don't know. I don't think I would ever do his exact method again because 4 a.m. my body and brain just don't seem to want to work this whole day, and watching it back since I'm trying to edit it this afternoon, it's just been a struggle. But I do think that this is something I want to incorporate more into my daily schedule, my daily writing routine. But instead of 4 a.m. I want to make it 5 a.m. I would love to write from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. and then get myself ready to go to the gym from 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. like I usually do, and then work out, then come back home and write some more. I think that might be amazing because even though 4 a.m. brain doesn't work very well, my 5 a.m. brain or my 6 a.m. brain actually works pretty well. And before I got into this gym routine, I was actually writing first thing in the morning, and I love that. I'm a morning writer. I'm a morning person, not 4 a.m. morning, as y'all saw. So I do think that's something that I'm going to incorporate back into my schedule. And this was a great way for me to realize that I feel like I've been missing that. I just feel so amazingly productive to get so much done in the mornings, and to already have an hour of work done at 6 in the morning. yes. So I'm very excited for that. I'll let y'all know how that goes as, you know, Camp NaNoWriMo and the rest of the month kind of goes along, since I'll be weekly vlogging that as well. But please do comment down below. Let me know what you think of Haruki's kind of writing routine. Let me know if that's something that you would ever do. I know you night owls are like, but again, I want to focus on the dedicated focus portion of his routine, very similar to Stephen King's routine. And this is something that I'm going to be curious about, if this is just how most writers professionally end up having to do it. It'll be an interesting experiment. Please also comment down below and let me know if there's anyone you'd like me to try to write like for a day. I have gotten some requests on Instagram. I remember one was Lemony Snicket, which if I can find his routine, y'all, I will freaking do it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon with a new video. Bye! Time to get to reading. What is this hair doing? Although I know so many of these. I can't talk, you guys.